Guess we live now. Little 808dragon.com. Steak. There's rice and cabbage. We're gonna just start with that. But before we do all that, I feel like I want to give my mom's a call just before it gets too late. In case. It's like 11 o'clock here, so it's 8 o'clock her time. See if she answers or not. We'll move on. I'll leave a message.
You have reached the Sacramento residence and the Therapeutic Touch Massage Therapy. Please leave your name and phone number after the beep.
Hello? That was odd. I think she was trying to answer, so we'll just try again. One last try. Kind of weird. I was at least gonna leave a message. Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Hi, Mom.
Yes, hi, hon. I'm not able to talk too long, if that's okay.
Yeah, no, I just wanted to
Huh?
touch bases, I guess. So, my car needs a new radiator, not too bad. It actually only costs about $40 shipped to my door, plus another 20 bucks for coolant, you know. So $60, and I just gotta bend some stuff back straight, and I should be good to go on the road again so far. So I'm trying to get the PayPal straight so I can just order it and get some cash back on that deal, you know. Still pretty much hardly be drinking beer. Recently I went buck wild at Walmart and thought, oh yeah, I mean my fridge is working good and everything. And then my fridge crapped out, and then stuff like the steak is still good because I had it in the freezer area, you know. But a couple other things like the shrimp did not hold up, even though it started to refreeze when I got it back, you know, the propane back on. And then I was kind of stuck because I didn't have propane, you know, for a couple of days. So I taxed my batteries trying to keep everything cold, putting it on battery mode. But whatever. Got the propane back, and it seems like everything's working good again. So I'm about to actually cook a nice little London broil steak, and I cooked rice last night, so and it's still good. So then I'm just gonna put some oil and salt and pepper on some garlic powder, I guess, on some in a little pot of chopped cabbage. No big deal. And then I put some chopped cabbage back in a kimchi jar and uh, salt, water, and vinegar, and see what happens. You know, and be something interesting. Okay, I mean that's a couple things, and my homemade mouse trap caught another couple of mouses along the way here, so that's kind of interesting. Kind of hate dealing with them live like that, but whatever. And end result is uh, got three last night, for instance, mouses altogether, but got one in the homemade trap at least, so that's nice when you make something and it actually works. You build a better mouse trap and it actually catches mousies here and there. Not a lot, maybe like five or so, and that I know of that I caught. But the rest, I know that it caught some, and then they managed to escape. So it's not perfect whatsoever. Just it works though. At least it does work. So not perfect, but it works.
Making some asparagus and chicken. But let me heat it up for you.
But yeah, besides saving money and fixing my car, basically, um, uh, managed to, and you know, like basically the whole, my thing is about, I don't want to drink beer because I drink beer, I just end up being sleepy a little too much, you know. Especially I stop drinking, I end up drinking a little too much too fast instead nowadays to like make up the difference or some crap. So that's not good, but so I just kind of just don't drink anymore. Save money.
And then you got your potatoes too, yep. Mm-hmm.
But any case, part of my thing is that I kind of felt bad because I was drinking my beer, I didn't eat my food and cook it in time, you know. And then next thing you know, yeah, so I'm like, you know what, I need to eat all the rest of my food. But Edgar gets all butthurt if I don't want to go into town again. Just like, and everything I do is a little bit like that's like I'm giving you a better option, and I'm like, no, I want to fix my fridge. Okay, got the propane. Yay, thank you for getting me to the store to I fix my car. And then what's it called? Not but I had like six. I bought six rotisserie chickens because they're like less than $4 each, you know, at Walmart the other about a week or so ago. About a week. So everything's like kind of okay. Like the steak, well, the steak is kind of okay, but that rotisserie chicken was, it wasn't doing so good in the fridge, you know, because the fridge wasn't cold enough. So I didn't even eat one of the rotisserie chickens. The dog's got four rotisserie chickens, but then it's like, geesh. I didn't even take one bite of rotisserie chicken out of those. They were in the refrigerated section, so I was like, oh wow, there's a whole bunch of them. I'll just grab enough to fit in a bag, you know, whatever. Anyways, at least the steak is still good, so then I call Edgar to see if he's hungry. He's like, "Hey, do you have anything for my dogs?" So it's like that's one of the reasons why I don't. It's like rewarding bad behavior, but now you got freaking every now. Do you have anything extra? It's like that was it, dude. What the hell, you know? I didn't even eat one bite of that rotisserie chicken anyway. So just so and he's like, "Oh," he gets all human rights and not human rights, but animals. Humans are the animals, and oh my god. But anyway. I do have a stockpile of food, that's for sure. So I've been organizing and you know, cleaning little by little, tossing thing here and there. Play my video game minimum, but about to season this steak and then just throw it in a pan and see what happens. You know, got my furikake. I'm getting stuff at my doorstep now a little bit better. A few things. So I got, like I said, my radiator. I don't even have to drive into town, and technically, if I do, it's gonna cost more like $120. So. 3 times less, free shipping, just gotta wait a little while for it, you know? A little longer shipping. But price, $40, can't go wrong. With free shipping. Could put just water, but I might as well put the right stuff in there. Well, I'm saying I could just put water instead of buying coolant, but the coolant is already pre-mixed and it's $10 a piece, so I got figure probably need two of them just to be safe. So one for the what goes in the engine part, and then enough to fill the radiator the rest of the way what it needs. So. But yeah, I started looking. I looked at my car and I'm like, all right, it's just super windy here, like super 20 miles per hour and then 40 miles per hour and occasional 60 mile per hour, and it feels like an earthquake and all that. So that's all there is. But yeah, trying not to give in to eating a cup of noodle instead of cooking something perishable, you know, or even the sausage that's sealed. It's like, or I finished off my last my lunch meat, and that worked out kind of good. Little grilled cheese turkey sandwich, you know. It worked out. Boiled some eggs, made egg or cup noodle, and I made myself some eggs separately. That oh yeah, those eggs were like over a month old, so I was like, oh wow, they didn't even have no the yolk didn't hold up, but I got brand new eggs that are only a week old, and when I boiled them last night with some Brussels sprouts, they came out pretty okay. I'm pretty good at even when I'm trying to do three things with that same boil the water for the cup noodle while I'm at it, either potatoes or something like Brussels sprouts. And then on top of that, you know, 6 eggs while we're at it. Fits in the pot, why not? Yeah, a tiny bit of green around the edge, but most and pretty perfect
Oh,
though. Bring it to a
you boiled them. You said, yeah.
yeah. I was boiling water for Egger's cup noodle, and I figured I'll boil some 6 eggs while I'm at it, and
Okay.
I had some Brussels sprouts that were a week old, so I just peeled off the nasty part and threw them in the water and some salt and made them a cup noodle. But I made them a grilled cheese and turkey sandwich at the same time, and I made just I was like resist the temptation to make a cup noodle. You got you just made and then I made rice on top of that. So afterwards, so I'm like, oh yeah. So in any case, I got rice that I need to eat up today, before it becomes dog food. One more thing to feel guilty about, but it's like, yeah. So yeah, not too bad. Trying to live within my means here, not extra too much. Save money without the beer part, I'll tell you what. And I do a couple more things a day. So my shelves are pretty useful that I made. Yeah, using them now. And my little beer can stove came in handy at least one night. The only thing is I can't control the temperature. I can only control the height from the flame, and it lasts for a certain amount of time, maybe 20 minutes. That's not so bad. It doesn't use too much, not too expensive to run it. But same token, it makes the bottom of the pan a little dirty, which I guess if you were doing it over a wood fire, you would get all that soot anyway too. So I don't like that part, but I can live with that when it comes to I run out of propane again and I gotta cook food before it go bad. So some stuff went bad. I mean, toss the shrimp out, the damn $5 bag of shrimp. Not that bad, but you know, just saying. Got to use some stuff up before it go bad here. And steak sounds pretty damn good right now. So Memorial Day weekend and oh yeah, by the way, Happy Mother's Day was late, a little late there.
Oh. Uh-huh.
But yeah, as far as it goes, it's 11 something, and I'm about to cook myself something to eat. I was like telling Edgar, hey, I just called if you were hungry. And he's like, no, I already ate. And he's like, you got all that food, and you just took it in the house to protect it and like from the dogs. And I'm like, yeah, you turn around and I didn't walk in. It didn't cost you anything. It came from the UT. I'm like, I walked into the damn store and I had to take all that time and unload it. And now it goes bad. I have to organize it and throw it out and decide whether it's, human food or not. And I bought it for human food. I did not buy any of it for dog food technically, but being like, oh no, when you bought it, it was gonna be dog food. That chicken. I'm like, yeah, I thought I was gonna at least make a chicken quesadilla or two out of it. Tear one of them up. I like rotisserie chicken. Did not buy it for the dogs particular. But yeah, so for not that bad, but still, pound for pound, it's like $16 worth of food stamps that the dogs had a nice feast. And it's like, nah, I don't want to be Now they just gonna be begging for more every freaking fight. Nope, we're not doing that. If I have my dog, she's allowed to beg. That's different, but not these dogs. They're just gonna I got issues with that whole thing. In any case. Yeah, so it's like I don't really enjoy my beer. It just makes me sleepy, and then I waste money, and I waste food. I don't eat, so that's a thing. So I guess we'll just stop drinking beer. Yeah, makes some sense. Don't need it. It's not needed. It's not important. The amount of food I have is unbelievable. You wouldn't believe. Probably have like 50 cup noodles or something like that stockpiled. Something like,
Oh, wow.
yeah, like that. And I got probably like 20 cans of beans or more, in general. I got a lot of food stockpiled. You wouldn't, I mean, I only got like, okay, 3 boxes of spaghetti, but I've got like about friggin' 10 jars of friggin', like 3 or 4 Alfredos and at least 3 or 4 of freaking red sauce and a couple of cans of sauce on the side. I got 2 sets of sauce, 2 sausages, just 'cause I like sausage, and I accidentally got 2 cabbages, so. But before I eat the sausage, I gotta eat the steak, 'cause the steak can go bad. It's already starting to turn color a wee bit. Still red, doesn't stink. I'm in. I'm done. Put some seasoning on it, throw it in the pan. At the end, throw some butter and garlic and whatever, whatever, That's that. Some burikake on my rice and some soy sauce, some brag, a little steak sauce on the steak at the end, and cabbage is just salted. Technically, I could just boil it, but I feel like just it'll do fine in oil. It'll be fine. But yeah, a little nature seasoning on my boiled egg, and that was really good this earlier today. I had to try it out. Like, did it come out good? Forced to eat my own food. I'm like, I want to cook my steak, but I gotta eat a snack. But yeah, my eggs last night came out pretty good too, even though they were old. They didn't burn. That's good. But I really want to dip my eggs so that I have a goal to do those perfect eggs. That I can dip my. I mean, I would like to do toast, but I got rice to work with. And steak. I'm good. Oh, and what does it say? 6'4". Oh wow. These eggs are actually super good because it says, I believe, 6'4", 24". That's, I think, can't say 8. It has to be 6. Yeah, that's nice. They're fresh. $4 worth of mushrooms, $3 worth of strawberries went out the door. You know what I mean? Out the window. It is what it is. Oh. So yeah, my thing is, I don't know what Edgar's trying to do. What, convince me to not feel guilty? I'm like, you're not gonna not make me feel guilty, dude. I didn't buy the buy that stuff. Bought that stuff because I wanted to eat that stuff. It was like shrimp Alfredo, something like. It was one plan, or shrimp fried rice. Either way, half half. That was the plan, but no. Smelled it. It did not smell appealing. I was like, no. Even though it was starting to refreeze, it was like, no. I got some hamburger in the freezer that was frozen, and I don't know if it's gonna probably, if it has a smell, it has a smell. That's all there is. If it has a different color, like not red anymore, then I'm gonna have that. Well, it was in the freezer, but it's like, and then there was a chicken leg that I didn't. I cooked one of them, and then I was really proud of myself, though. It is something to write home about. I took a frozen chicken, right? A frozen chicken leg, kind of big, threw it into the frying pan, threw some oil, threw some seasoning, and then just basically slowly cooked the damn thing on low heat for about an hour and a half, hour and a half. Keep turning it, every 5 minutes. Cooking it, holding it on the side for a few minutes at a time, a couple minutes too. All the parts that aren't on, extra surface area. And eventually, at about an hour and a half or so, I felt like it was pretty good. Came out actually pretty good. But yeah, you don't really like throw a raw frozen chicken into the pan and slow cook it like that without a cover. I didn't even have a cover for the damn pan. Big old piece of chicken. But I ate good, so. But either way, I mean, oh well, Edgar wasn't hungry and he gave me a whole little freaking 20, 30-minute life lesson about bad humans, animals, what, I don't know, animal charity or some crap like that. I don't know. But either way, John, I mean, I'm guessing you're busy, so. How did the garage sale go, by the way?
Not good.
Oh, you gotta do that stuff
I think we
online.
have enough.
I think you gotta do it online.
Now we have to get. I'm not going to be able to do another one. We have to get rid of all the stuff on the tables
So
by tomorrow.
all right, there's just things on Face. You could do it really fast on Facebook. If you're gonna have to dedicate a few minutes. I'll help you out with that. Um, you know what I mean? You got your email address, right?
I have a problem right now.
Well, I'm just saying, you take a picture, you
Yeah.
post it. Okay, you go on Facebook. You join these particular groups. I mean, we'll make you a new Facebook if we have to. But my point is, you have your Facebook and you join these groups. Like on the Big Island, there's a whole bunch of marketplace trading garage sales online, basically, you know. And that's and then there's a whole bunch over here too, like people in my neighborhood around, and I'm in the middle of nowhere, and they still have a bunch, about like 10 different Facebook groups that you can post that items for sale, you know, type of thing. So that would be the best option. I mean, if you the physical garage sale is kind of cool, but at the same time, while you've got it out, you can just at least take pictures of everything before you put it away. And then you can and inventory it a little nicely and, you know, obviously like items type of thing. But my point is so that you can post those pictures and say, I have this in my possession for this amount of money or make an offer or something. And then you just remember which box it's in and right there you go, you know. And then you just ship it out, I guess, a little trip to the mailbox. But other than that, technically, I can have packages picked up directly here at my RV. You know what I mean? So, kind of nice. I'm a spoiled brat. I'm gonna eat.
And you have packages?
I'm sorry.
And you have packages picked up there?
Yep. I mean, I know the mailman and the FedEx guy. I talked to him on the phone when he was delivering something. So, all I gotta do is tell them exactly where I am, and they'll just call me if they get confused. Even, you know. In fact, I have a package to return. I ordered a fine point gold paint pen, paint marker, and they sent me a medium, which I already have one, and that's why I ordered a fine tip so I can do my tiny details on my model kits, which is one of my potential things, you know. I don't know. Anyways, it's like, but I'll just say, you know, I mean, like, I figured out a new trick that if I disconnect my Jackery once it reaches full power, and the sun's pretty decent out and the solar panel's facing the right way, my refrigerator will actually stay on for almost an hour before on the battery mode. So that was good because I used to only get 15 to 30 minutes when the Jackery was hooked up on the best of sun. But basically that means I have a 100-watt panel, and then there's the batteries, which, you know, hold as much as they can to back it up. But the refrigerator itself still takes about 2 or 300 watts. My refrigerator needs 2 or 300 watt solar panels at the end of the day, and then it'll work just fine off of DC and not need the propane even, you know, during the daytime. That would be kind of convenient, but right now I know that if I let it go, it'll go for an hour if the batteries are in good shape and if I disconnect the extra draw on the solar. So that's about it.
Yeah.
So I figured, and I had to rewire my solar, so you know a little bit because the wire got loose and all that. So like, oh no, it's not charging. Why is it not charging? So I had to rewire and remount a thing or two, but at least fixing my car, I'm expecting about 15, 20 minutes to get the radiator out, and then a little bit more time than that to bang things back into place, and then not much to put the new radiator in, a couple wires, a couple hoses, and a couple bolts, nothing major, so just making it all straight again isn't too bad, I mean, so hopefully. Haven't got that deep yet, but once it stops being too windy, it's just too windy to be out there with the hood up and everything, and wind blowing at like 30, 40 miles per hour out of nowhere. You know, it's bad enough the whole RV is about, felt like it's going to flip over. Yeesh. Of course it's not, but feels like it. But yeah, so yeah,
Well,
that's
that's good.
not a bad thing, yeah. Still have yet to try my guava soy sauce vinaigrette marinade thingy, but had plans to do that a bunch of times. That's part of why I bought the rotisserie chickens extra was because I was gonna kind of throw them in a pot and soak them and then kind of like, you know, simmer them a little bit with the guava juice to kind of make it a different flavor than it originally had. That was my original plan, but figure out how much guava juice to soy sauce ratio. Like for instance, supposedly to make basic pickled anything, I mean, you put half water, half vinegar, and depending on the size of your container, uh, however many teaspoons of
Right.
salt.
Just long.
So roughly, let's just call it like I put
Everything.
two spoons, 2 teaspoons, and non-iodized, I guess, non-iodized. I put iodized, but who cares? And then throw it in the fridge
Mm.
afterwards. But yeah, pickled cabbage isn't. It's not that bad, you know. Vinegar, water, and then a certain amount of salt depending on how much, how big your container. That's it. I mean, I use the old kimchi container, so I approximately a small container, a regular sized jar, let's just say about 2 teaspoons of salt, supposedly, they suggest. I don't know. Smells alright so far, so. Once I shook it up with the vinegar and the salt and it had the other old kimchi smell, I was like, alright, that'll work. This will work. This will do something. Throw it in the fridge. Be careful when you open it, though. Damn kimchi goes poof.
But does yours on all the time?
At the moment, I hear it on all the time until it runs out of propane or it runs out of electricity. So if I leave the light on all night, at some point in time, there won't be enough electricity to make it stay on with the propane. But it's on at the moment. Like, when I have the propane on, I have it actually set to midway, but it's actually kind of still does its thing. Kind of just sort of stays on, and things get really frozen. I'll tell you what. So I gotta stop being lazy and rotate the take the I take the orange juice, the Simply Orange, I think it's 32 ounce or something like that, and they're nice. They got a nice squareness to them, and so they fit perfectly in there. So I fill those up with water. I just filled up 2 of them, put it in the freezer, and within about 24 hours, I've got a block of ice, solid ice cube block. So it works good, at least when it works. And sometimes it just turns off on its own, so sometimes it doesn't turn on for a day or two, but when it's all blocks of ice in there, it's got to rotate that to the refrigerator to make the refrigerator more cold, and then so I got a what's it called, strawberry lemonade and a orange juice I didn't even open yet, and I'm gonna throw that in the freezer as soon as these turn into ice, type of thing. And then throw one ice. I'll give Edgar one of the ice blocks, and then I'll put the other one in the fridge, and then put the those two up in the freezer at least. And then I got another wall of square type of. It was an aloe vera juice bottle, but it was like they're pretty sturdy, and they got nice square edges instead of being round, so they stack nicely. So I got a whole wall of that. So half of the freezer is just water in bottles turning into ice blocks. Useful. At least I'm not wasting the damn propane, that's another good thing. That's something I feel bad. If I got an empty fridge and it's on all the time, that's useless. Cold water at the very least, but that still make me feel bad. Like, so it's kind of a catch-22. It's like I want to have food, but I want it to last well when I eat it. I mean, I got 2 microwavable pizzas. I throw it in a frying pan, the same thing. Add a few more ingredients on top. Doesn't need to be an oven or a microwave, geesh, to make a pizza, to be honest. More than one way. And then I got a couple of frozen burritos, same thing, throw it in the frying pan and just heat her up. Comes out just fine. Better than the microwave, technically, if you do it right. The thing is, you don't leave it, I don't have it frozen. I put it in the fridge at this point so that it's ready to go, and it still lasts like pretty long in the fridge, a week or so at least, more than that. Preservatives these days, I tell you. Not much nutrition left. Like I was saying about the tofu, it's a whole pound, but 35 grams in the whole pound. It's nice, but people brag about 8 grams and 4 grams of per serving or something. That's cute, but I just ate 35 grams, and I feel like, well, I could use more. How much does my chicken get? I don't know. Whatever. I don't know. I'm just gonna eat a whole bunch of protein. I'm gonna probably post some videos, maybe work on my cart tomorrow. Edgar's out of dog food again, and I swear he just went day before yesterday or something. Of course. So, anyways, begging for. Do you have anything else for the dogs? Nope, not right now. Uh, don't offer me dinner. Do you have anything for the dogs? I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ. What are you, crazy? I already threw it out the window. I'm like, whatever I had for the dogs, I threw it out the window already, dude. Oh yeah, when I got stuck, Lena's friend John helped me out, so I gave him $50 is what I can, at least what I had in my pocket type of thing. Something respectable for his putting putting his truck in danger and tying a rope to my car and taking a couple hours out of his life to help me out that AAA wouldn't be able to help me out if I had it. Got to get that back later, but I don't drive enough right now for me to have AAA, so that's okay. at the moment. But when I start driving, I'll have to do that. And I gotta pay insurance regardless if I want to be able to drive my car. So I gotta buy a new radiator, step one, and go from there. You know, it might take a week to get here instead for free shipping and all, but it's still not that bad. A week is not that bad. And even if it's a week and a half or two, I'll still survive from one more little notch. Still have a whole other steak in the freezer. You know, $10. You know those $10 steaks. It's like $7 a pound nowadays, but it used to be $5 a pound. But nice thick, juicy steak. That's what I like anyway. So I'm gonna just put little slices in it so it can cook a little better, faster, and the seasoning gets a little more inside of it, and that's pretty much it. I should be marinating it right now, but oh well. Any case, I know you're kind of busy, but you're really gonna need to do that online. Like I said, there's like 10 in Puna alone. There's already 10 different places. So you kind of go for the one with the most members, obviously. But Hilo's got at least 10 or 20 different little garage sales on Facebook by itself. You know, like there. You know how people do Craigslist before. Well, Facebook has that now, and it's better to use that. So you don't have to have a lot of friends. You just can start a new Facebook if we have to, using the email that you are using currently, and then we'll set you up a new username and password, and then I'll do a little bit of the work. But all you got to do is post these, take a bunch of pictures and log into the Facebook and post a bunch of those pictures. You know what I mean? What you have for sale. Maybe like even 10, 5, 5 pictures at a time, or you know what I mean? Like you can take 5 individual pictures and have it on one post without all the you have to press plus. And then I'll take that post logged in as you, and I'll post it to a whole bunch of places on Hawaii Marketplace, yeah? And then then you'll have a bunch of people calling you to buy stuff, okay? That's how that works. And you'll probably have to do some verification through your phone, like a text message a couple of times here and there along the way, and your email, of course, a couple of little verifications. But other than that, you'll be able to just post it and on yours, just post it like you just here select these pictures off your phone, type a little bit about it and how much, and then I'll just repost it so you don't have to work so hard, you know? That's what I can do, I
Yeah.
guess.
And
Because I mean, that's a little
you know, we wanna,
that's a lot of
we
legwork
don't
that
wanna,
you're not familiar with, and I've been doing it for my t-shirts a little bit and everything. So, I mean, I get somewhat results. So I have plans to not abuse that feature until I'm ready. You get what? But I mean, you got everything ready to go. Before you pack up your tables, just make sure you take those pictures and have them ready, and then pack it up organized. That's all I got to say. Put, I mean, I would say send those pictures to me, but you got to put in some of the work here. I'll set up the Facebook, and I'll set up the group memberships, and I'll repost your garage sale on the groups nearby, marketplace. So that's all.
the thing is, we're not having the garage. This is, today was the last day for the garage sale.
No, I'm just saying before you put it away, you can still put it away.
Oh,
Okay, well, if you can't put it, if you're
well, no, we don't have, we have to get rid of everything. You'll get everything out.
okay, that's
Even of the country, even of the storage. So we're
yeah,
trying to figure out what we're going to do with it.
that is the hard part.
Because we're going to, yeah. So we can't keep it on display and stuff anymore. It's been as it can be.
Well, whatever is valuable enough to somehow find a place for it, other than just throwing it in the trash, I guess that's about all you can do. But yeah, I mean, it would take. I mean, This could be done in a day. This could be done in one day. I mean, the Facebook and everything, and taking the pictures and setting up the group stuff could be done in one day.
Yeah, but then how do you start? I mean, do you have them pay?
Oh, they can. There's multiple ways to get paid on the internet, but you can just make arrangements. They can either call you, and then you guys can talk about it, and then they can just send the money to your bank nowadays pretty easily. So that's not a big issue. And then you can basically put the thing in a box and send it to them through the mail, to their address. That's how that works. Pretty easy.
Yeah, that's what they have the post said, yeah.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It can be that easy.
Or you could put that into what they
But I mean, it's just if you're able, I mean, it's just that it's I mean, this can be done in one day, and you could probably be getting phone calls within a day, depending on how good your stuff is, and you know.
And I,
So the point, long story short, is if you're not able to keep it, no matter what, for a little longer, I don't know. That kind of doesn't super work. Theoretically, I mean, you're gonna either have to be able to store it. If you can put it away in storage if you're possible, but I mean, and have it organized. That's all I can say. But if you got to get rid of it one way or another, like deadline type of thing.
well, that's let's get rid of it, and then I know what we're gonna do. Both of us have to do that. But I got the most stuff, and I got the most to get rid of or to do something with.
Oh,
So,
believe me, I don't even.
so
I'm
good
like
with that.
I'm like God. I hope I'm not just an idiot having a bunch of food. Like I got a lot of non-perishables and just a little bit of perishables. And like I said, I try to keep it. Sausage and lunch meat and cheese that doesn't, that stuff that doesn't go too bad too quickly. Tofu's that lasts pretty long. So I got like three tofus in my fridge right now. So I want tofu and some brag sauce. I got that. Or if I want to fry it just to be cute, just to watch it poof out and be crispy on the outside a little bit. That's fun too. But yeah, I don't really like to do the deep frying thing too much, too messy. I don't have that much oil. But yeah, for a small space, most of my space is being occupied by canned goods, uh, cup noodles, ramen in general, uh, etc. And some of the breads go bad, and some of the breads don't. So there's those things too. But yeah, not too much extra, and cereal, of course. And I got cans of milk mostly, so if I really want. So that works. I mean, because if I buy milk, I'll put it in my fridge and I won't drink it, or it'll be a problem at some point. But then again, now that I don't drink beer, milk might be a something, But it's not. I'm figuring it out. I still just don't drink it fast enough, and I've got all this other stuff that I. In other words, instead of drinking cereal and milk, I feel like first thing I need, the obligated to what's the priority to cook first. You know what I mean? Is my hard part. But once I figure out something like, okay, I already know there's a time frame and this thing already has been basically refrigerated in the freezer for the last 3 days since it crapped out. I'm okay with the steak. Shrimp, that does not work the same way. So yeah. Yeah, so basically the steak is a safe bet here, and I don't know. I guess Edgar's mad because sometimes I just eat a peanut butter and on a piece some peanut butter on a piece of Hawaiian bread, and I'm happy like two or three of those, maybe four, and I'm happy for like a couple hours. That's all I need to get by and not have to use the bathroom or take a nap or something. That's the thing other people don't is like you gotta eat, you gotta eat. Everybody, shut the fuck up. I gotta eat. I'll tell you when I gotta eat. You don't tell me when I gotta eat. Why the fuck are you telling me when I gotta eat? What the? You're telling me you gotta eat. Why are you telling not? But why are you saying it that I have to eat? I don't have to eat for 3 days, dude. Even without beer. Jesus. It's like the food I eat. My body is not done with it for 3 days sometimes, so I don't need to eat like a normal person. I could use some little snacks in, but simple stuff. Eat a piece of bread by itself practically too is just fine. But cream cheese on a bagel. I'm too lazy to warm up the bagel. It's not that bad either by itself, just like that. Old ass bagel too. Couple months. Still good. Mm. Doesn't have no mold. Doesn't smell bad. I'm in.
Yeah. We have the sour bread. It lasts a long time.
Yeah, no, I'm just
Sourdough bread, yeah.
certain things. It just they between preservatives or whatever it may be, they just go stale a little bit. Like my white bread from a couple months ago is like a little dry and stale, but it made a perfectly good grilled cheese sandwich last night. Nothing wrong. I didn't get sick. Shit. Nothing wrong with that turkey either, apparently. So, and that's like about a month that it's been in the fridge, basically. It's between me opening it and eating it, give or take. But yeah, minor stuff. I keep it kind of. I'm learning here. I just learned how to play with my fridge in a different way than I did before. So that's kind of neat. But it's still, I need more solar panels and more batteries, but now I at least know exactly more or less what I'm working with to be able to sustain it just off of sun without the propane. So I don't know. I just know that it works when it works and whatever. I'm just lucky enough to have it work to the point that it at least does. It's just really annoying when it's unpredictable, that's all. But either way, I'm learning. I mean, I took some stuff apart in the back to try to fix it and clean it and unhook wires and yeah, put it back together and just all of a sudden it worked again by itself. Like, what the heck? What's going on here? I know I have propane. I know I have electricity. It's a mystery sometimes. I know I have propane. I know I have electricity. Why is it not working? Okay. There's got to be a part in there that's old and it just sometimes works and sometimes doesn't, I guess. But mostly, if I'm lucky, I go click, click, whoosh. And I'm like, all right. And it just stays on until it doesn't. That's about it. But I know I got fresh propane since yesterday. Turned it on at 10 a.m. and things were starting to turn into ice by afternoon, you know? So I'm good. Doing all right. I gotta organize. Now I got these brand new. I don't know why I bought another extra cans of beans here, but I did. But now there's brand new cans of beans. Now I gotta put the old cans of beans and figure out which one's the oldest and put them in order, kind of nicer. Yeah. That is my thing. That's what I do a lot. Organizing. What is the oldest chips, for instance? I got a whole stockpile of chips even. Yeesh. It's like one cabinet of chips, one full cabinet, and candy. I gotta have my. Oh, I think I told you this before, but okay. You go to Walmart, let's say $2.50, let's say for what is it, an ounce and a half of candy bar, right? In general, say well, let's just say I'm a big fan of the Heath candy bars, okay? But $2.50 for an ounce and a half of candy bar. It's about what you get, an ounce and a half. But if you go in the bakery aisle at Walmart, guess what I buy? For like $3, I think, less than $4. I know that much. I buy the crushed version in the bag for for cooking, and you get basically like 6 or 8 ounces for like $3 or $4. So you get like 4 times as much for only twice, barely, not even twice as much. It's a pretty good idea. And you don't have. I mean, it's nice to have a candy bar in one piece, but to have it all crumbled up like that for that price, I buy two of them when I go in. I got two of them right now, but and those sour gummy worms, I'll eat a whole damn big bag of those, $7 bag. But yeah, I mean, there's things that Walmart won't deliver because I'm too far out, but there's things I have to go. But I can still wait in the parking lot and have it dropped to my car. It's kind of nice. So either way, I mean, it says simply orange. It's 100% orange, no extra sugar added. It says big label, and Edgar's still complaining it's too sugary. Oh, it's like I just drank a bunch of sugar, complaining about the orange juice I bought him, last time. Yeesh. Like seriously, dude.
Oh, wow. I think I am really tired tonight. I went to uh, Eternity had her graduation last night
Oh wow.
in Hilo.
Oh, I have to congratulate when I wish Anne Marie a happy birthday on Tuesday.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty cool. Wow. They grow up so fast. I mean, I was thinking about Emma, like how she's like, isn't she going on like 6 years old in next month or something?
Is she? Is she going? Really?
Yep, six. I mean,
Wow.
yeah, 2018, 2024, July 18th, I believe, and Luen's was July 13th, and today's actually Leilani's birthday. Well, it was obviously rest in peace, but cancer. Every I think everybody gets cancer. It comes and goes, and I think some of it is psychological. That's relative to physical manifestation, but can't prove any of that, and I don't really care. I just believe it comes and goes all day long, and that part we already know. But sometimes it gets stuck and lingers, and that's can't get rid of it, and it's a problem. But yeah, I don't know how much of that is psychological, relative that, or in general, but I believe that there is a link to those things, a couple of things. But
Oh man, I'm so tired.
well, don't get me wrong, it's going
I
on midnight, and I'm
specifically
just.
went
I mean, I've already got like the rice.
with Anne Marie for.
I was saying I already got the rice
What?
cooked. It won't take long to cook the steak, so it's midnight and I'm about to just start cooking. But it take me like 20, 30 minutes to get the steak cooked proper and the cabbage about the same, you know. And then I was gonna cook some eggs on the side. Like I feel like I don't know why, but I've got like a whole lot of eggs. I had like 36 eggs, so might as well cook 3 eggs while I'm at it. Just 3 more yolks to
Oh.
three. Yeah, I'm a spoiled brat. Yeah, I mean, I think at some point Edgar was tongue lashing me for not appreciating what I have, and there's nothing to complain about sharing with the dogs things that went bad. And oh my God, I'm allowed to feel guilty, asshole. Don't stop being a Leo and tell me how I feel and shit. Jesus Christ, you can't do that. I don't feel like going to work today. I'm not obligated to go to work today. I am allowed to just sit here in my RV and do nothing for the rest of my life if I feel like that's what I feel like, you know? I pay my property taxes and that's it. I'm good. I'm mooching off of Emma's, trust fund, so to speak, on the what 100. So I had to explain to Edgar, look, yes, $136 was how much I got for my percentage, 4.2% APY. 136. Um,
What?
my radiator's gonna cost 60. I know I need 25 for my propane, and then and now you're like, I owe you 45 for the racetrack. Come on, man. Do the math. 45, so 136 minus 45 for the racetrack last week. That you still owe me, but you keep having to buy dog food, so I guess you're never gonna have any extra money. Still owe me for working with you that one day and installing the iron work. And I'm like, I don't have money for a beer. I need to pay for my radiator. My beer is 25. I don't have money for that. I still need my radiator and I got my propane, and that's it. There's a whole 136 propane, radiator, and $45 went to the racetrack, and you still owe me for that. That's fine, but I trust you. You still owe me for work too, but doesn't change the fact that I'm out. We're done here. You know what I mean? No more beer, no more nothing cash wise, unless I got a full tank of gas. I got a propane for at least two to 4 weeks. I'm okay. I have nothing else I need right now. Food and water for more than that. Tell you what. So yeah, too much food. Food enough to feel guilty about. Besides it going to
Yeah.
waste. Besides it going to waste, feeling guilty that you have so much, and you know what I mean. But you bought it because you wanted it, and it's not something you would buy because with cash because you don't have that much cash. But you got this much, $291 of food stamps. Some people would say, yeah, that's insanity to feed one person off of 291 a month, and I'm like, dang. I mean, I feel guilty not using it for something that a little bit more than I would buy with cash. Like steak, for instance. Sure, I would like to buy a steak once in a while with cash, but once a month maybe or something like that. But I don't make that much money, so I can't actually do that. So it's something I wouldn't or couldn't buy if I'm not earning nothing. That's all. That was a hard interview. I managed to pass it, of course, but they asked a lot more questions this time around. Like a lot about like felons and a bunch about over 65 extra questions. Not relative, but a lot of them. A lot of extra questions. But I passed that interview and stuff, so uh, any case, I should. I mean,
That's good.
and and so here's my next thing. For instance, let me just give you an example, real quick, of what I'm about to do. I've got my little security camera, and it's got a nice little motor that I can control. So I basically put it on my little stove area, right? My little three burners that work,
Uh,
but 4 burners and whatnot, and a little bit of spice rack and a little bit of me cooking. So, anyways, I just turn my camera onto the food, basically, zoom in here and there while I do the live video on YouTube and Facebook, and so it just goes to my profile at that point. But then because I'm from Hawaii and because I'm making something like a steak but loco moco without gravy and whatever, it's still something that any Hawaiian could appreciate, even if it's just steak and rice with furikake and some cabbage. You know what I mean? And some eggs. That's anyone can appreciate that, I believe. So my point is, I'll take that dang video of me live cooking for about an hour and eating, and post that on like 10 or 20 different Hawaiians in the mainland, what you cook in Hawaii. It's and just as a couple of examples. I don't want to go down the whole 20 of them list, but I'll do like 10 or 20 of those, and all of a sudden I'll have like like I just posted a picture of furikake, and people, I'm like, please God, I pray I can find this stuff over here because I never see it at Walmart, someplace, one of these markets. I got like 10,000 people responding with suggestions at the end of the day, at least 1,000, literally. Can't keep up. Literally 1,000. Yeah, exactly. So if I post it and then, post a t-shirt in those groups, done, good t-shirt, done deal, revise my t-shirt. Maybe I'll work on that. If it's windy out, sunny out, maybe I'll crack open the laptop and I have an idea so simple as this, Mom. I put lucky you live Hawaii question mark all big instead of a bunch of words, right? And then on the bottom, lucky Hawaii lives in me exclamation point and anything picture in the middle it will work, you know what I mean? Damn picture of poke, you know. In fact, I had a picture of sushi. I had a picture of lips that I combined with chopsticks holding sushi. And did the little words around it, same words. Kind of lazy there, but I'm like, you know what, sushi. It just sort of it fit on the. It's okay, but the idea is like I mean like but sushi isn't really Hawaii. Poke is Hawaii, so that doesn't. I gotta change that too. So I got some work to do. You know what I mean? Technically, I have a pet mouse prisoner at the moment still. Damn it, hate these damn live ones. Gotta take it outside and put it across, and if it runs from my RV, I kill it. Done. Cockroach. If I take the mouse across the driveway on, a little past the berm, like, let's just call it 20 to 50 feet away, 30 to 50 feet away from my RV, and I let it loose, and it decides to head back towards the RV, I'm going to have to cockroach squish it. That's all. It's not heading back to my RV. 20, 30-foot mad dash, you're not going to make it, especially in your prisoner or weakened state. I mean, I can't be just letting a fully charged mouse loose that close to the house. They'd even say take it 3 to 5 miles away. What the hell is wrong with you? You catch a mouse in your house live in one of these live traps. They said take it like 3 miles away from your house or something. Like that's not gonna work here. There's too many mice everywhere. The only thing is a firm stance and the psychological damage that I employ. Apparently. That works. So they can call it suffering, but the damn thing keeps the mouse away. I don't mind making a mouse suffer and have his tell his friends, It's not Disneyland. They told me it was Disneyland. It's Deadly Land. My RV is Deadly Land, not Disneyland. But the mouses figure that out and they tell their friends. That's good enough for me. Keeps them away and my food doesn't get messed up. I tell you what, 2 or 3 a night. That's about all there is to it. Not that bad at all. Yeah, no, 2 or 3 is actually last night. Sometimes it's 2 or 3 days without one mouse. No sound, no sight, no signs, quiet, and no food touched. No extra mess, no extra noise, and no food violated. Perfect. So that's how most of the time, 2, 3 to 5 days at a time. Not one mouse, not one peep of a mouse, not one trap, not one kill. Then occasionally 3 or more, but once in a while, at least once every day or every 2 to 3 days, I'll get like one little kill in the same spot. It's like once you set up the kill zone, it's the kill zone. There's a little crack between the couch on the floor that I've got a box, and then it's like I just boom put 2 traps in between, and they dodge one trap, and they come around the corner. There's the other one, and that keeps getting them every time. If one doesn't get them, the other one will. So 2 traps at a time in the same place, that works out well. I get my results. Modifying those traps with the little bottle cap so they have to, so that works really well too. Though, like I said, I don't have mousies even coming for the bait. Here's the bait, but On some of them don't have bait. It's just here's the pathway, and that works just fine. No bait needed. But the bottle cap one with the bait works really good. But you know, if there's no mousey, there's no mousey. Some of them are smart. They think they can avoid the trap. They get smart too, so it's a fair fight here. Don't worry. They made me suffer enough. I make them suffer a little bit too in confinement if they are alive. Suck. Messy when they're alive though. Keep messy. But it's in containment, so it's fine. I can deal with that.
Huh?
But I mean, yeah, I mean, is that look, is that one of the most proud inventor things to like statements is to build a better mousetrap? That little that whatever you want to call it. What do they call those? Not idioms, but those little things that people say. You know, phrases.
Oh, yeah.
It's those old timey phrases. Build a better mousetrap, and you'll get rich or something, right? Because the mouse trap is like a standard for catching a mouse. So building a better mouse trap, well, I did kind of copy the video off of YouTube with what I had, but same principle. Not exactly new, but not exactly invented or anything. Somebody invented it, but not me necessarily. My point is that I still was able to take what I had, look at a video, barely catch the drift of how it works, and actually I built something better than what I saw in the video. So I did improve on it. So it is my own invention, literally. So I did actually build a better mousetrap because their mousetrap was just a flapper on a 5 gallon bucket. I ain't got space for a 5 gallon bucket. I got space for a little container. You know what I mean? And it's got to be big enough a container so that it's not so easy for them to get out. So what I improved was I added a one-way feature and a counterbalance. Well, they had a counterbalance on one side before anyway, but I'm just saying I'm playing with the counterbalance and the pivot point, and but the thing is that they can squeeze out the sides somehow, and they're pretty strong little buggers, so they can squeeze like a quarter inch tiny and push themselves through the damn hole. So jump up and they just enough that it's like something about 10 inches tall, just barely, not just shy of 12. So it's a little difficult for them to get out. But I'm just saying, you build a better mousetrap and it actually catches mice. Something to be proud of, I think. Last I checked, no matter what, I did build a better mousetrap. No joke.
Oh, I think I'm falling asleep.
Don't worry. But in any case, I'm just saying, my thing about life is I see something, I take it apart, and I put it back together with improvements. And this is just what I feel I need to do with my life, not hang out with Edgar all the time just because he's lonely or something. Saying he's my therapist when he's the one talking all his little spouting his little how he feels. All I said was I feel guilty.
Thanks, yeah.
I feel guilty. I don't have money for beer. I'm not interested in beer for so many reasons, and I got food to cook and eat, and I got a car to fix. So I have no reason to go into town. I'm not gonna buy food. I'm not gonna buy beer. I'm just gonna. That's it. Of course, he gets mad, but I don't know. That's not my problem, buddy. I have things to do here still yet. Like keep an eye on my solar panels because like the wire was loose out of nowhere. Lucky I noticed it the last time you went into town, and I said no to going into town. I was lucky thing because I was babysitting the solar panel. I sent them off with the what's it called, the propane tank, but it didn't work out that way. So another day lost of fridge is getting not colder. Damn it. I'm all disappointed, but I'm like, okay, if you can, you can. But he didn't even tell me he couldn't. And then eventually, at least we made it to the little store nearby. Again, those are things that I could have even risked my car, but or it's too windy to be riding the bicycle and attaching a damn propane tank either way. That's too much. Motorcycle is not legal, even though it might run and make it. Just I don't really want to test run it like that either. Too much.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure, and I still have to make a mount for the damn thing on the motorcycle. So basically, I don't know. I should play with that thing. I mean, it does run. Ran pretty okay too. My little motorcycle, it's like a scooter, but a little bit souped up in big tires. That's all. But it doesn't have no plates. It's not legal. I'll tell you that much. So can't be driving it on the road. And technically, both of the stores nearby are on the highway, and I still have to make a mounting to actually attach the propane tank to it securely to transport it. On the bicycle, that sounds like less fun, and well, it's windy outside, so I don't even want. I need to work on my car really. But my radiator is. I don't think I'm gonna be fixing the actual radiator. I'm gonna need a new one. Lucky it's only $40, not 150. But technically, it should cost 150. If I went to AutoZone, it cost me 150. I'm saving money and I'm being patient. That's what I'm doing. $40. I mean, you go to AutoZone, it would be the 120 something, 130 with the tax plus, because that's what it is at AutoZone for the same part. And you still got to buy fluid, so you're at 150 for the parts alone on that either way. And my way, $40 for the parts plus, well, $60 for the parts total. So I'm still at exactly 30-ish percent, 33% exactly where it should be. I love when I do this math, and I just love when I get lucky like that too. I saved 66% on my car part by doing it this way instead of the normal way. Normal way gonna cost me 150 though. That was reality. Even junkyard way, I still gotta go to the damn junkyard or something. Probably pull it out too. So there's just too many. This is just the easiest way is have a radiator and coolant delivered to my door, and a bunch of candy or whatever I can, and a big old bag of rice while I'm at it. You know what I mean? I think it was like a
You order it and they.
yeah. I can't remember how big the bag of rice was, but it was $25, and I don't know. I think it was $25, and it was a good price for what it was. It was a big bag though, but either way, it's some nice jasmine three ladies rice or something like that in the big bag for 25. I'm like, damn, that's usually like $40 anyway. I'm ordering that, and they'll send it right to my damn doorstep. Yep, how nice. So something that most of the rice they won't, but that's one of there's certain ones they will, and it still qualify for EBT and everything. Some of them don't. Some of them have separate shipping for certain items, but my furikake was $2.50. You go to I'm still gonna say T Kanashiro because that's what I can't help it. But if you go to T Kanashiro or KTA, Furikake I guarantee is like 5 or 6 fucking $7 even, yeah? True or no?
Oh.
If you buy that little canister of Furikake, I believe it costs like about $5 to $7 at any given store, just about anywhere. I bought it for $2.48 and I got free shipping because I made it a $35 order total. Nice like that. $35 minimum, and I get free shipping on a bunch of stuff. Not everything.
Thank God.
They won't mail me freaking
Thank
milk or
God.
meat. That's pretty nice, though, ain't it?
Huh?
It's pretty
Yep.
nice,
Did you thank God?
of course.
Because that was good that you were able to do that.
Well, I mean, I did talk to the mailman and the FedEx guy, and then successful testing of the waters, and they take EBT online and everything. It's just like I said, meat, cheese, well, technically anything perishable in general, produce. None of these things, and some rices can and some rices can't. Free shipping. Some things are pickup only. Some things are delivery, but delivery is not the same as shipping. So shipping, delivery, or pickup. And when they say, pickup, you can go in or you can have it to your car itself. Hmm. Make it so convenient these days. But yeah, back to the thing. Like I said, I'm gonna take a video of me, a live video of me cooking, just me cooking, and I'm from Hawaii. That's it. And I'm in the mainland, and post it across what you cook in Hawaii, Hawaiians in the mainland, etc. Hawaii to the max, as another example. Just anything to do with Hawaii and people from Hawaii or food from Hawaii or somebody cooking something that he's from Hawaii and it's something Hawaii relative looking type of dish. Anything. Technically, a damn hamburger making a. I mean, just a Hawaiian making a hamburger still counts. You know what I mean? It's a hamburger, but because it's a Hawaiian guy making it, or a guy from Hawaii.
Oh.
That's legit. Anyways, I'm gonna post that across 10 or 20 of them. So your job is when it's as soon as you have good lighting, Use your phone and take a picture of everything that's worth trying to sell. Like, obviously everything at that point. At least have the picture good.
How do we get to them?
Just
How do we get paid?
no, we'll get the getting paid has lots of different ways, so we're not too worried about that. We'll link that up proper and everything. That's not an issue
But
whatsoever.
you don't know if it's up
I guarantee you.
online now.
No, we'll figure out the getting paid part. Right now, we just need to make sure that people know that you have it for sale part. Let's just get that out though. Who gives a shit how they pay? There's a lot of ways to pay, Mom, for God's sakes. Step one, take the fucking pictures for me, please. Step two, we'll figure out your Facebook in a minute. Take some pictures with good lighting and,
Pictures to you?
huh? With your phone?
Can I text the pictures to you?
Technically, yeah, but then you're still gonna have to write what the picture, like how much, describe it and how much, that part. But we can do that. Yeah, okay, we can do that. Yeah, you can text it to me. That'll work. And then I'll do the rest
Well,
of.
the thing is that we're going to have to pack everything up, and I can try to keep those things separate for now, but so much of the stuff in the garage, I mean, all the stuff that I have is stored in the garage.
I know. I'm
Haven't
familiar.
really gotten rid of there.
All right.
Unless we can work a deal with them, unless we can do something with Marie
Hmm.
coordinating. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah. There are those different storage. There are those storage options where they they bring you a small container if you have a place to put it, like driveway or something. That's a possibility, but I mean,
That's trouble.
and it
We're not having a
costs.
place to put it.
Well, there's got to be a place nearby that's got space available. Like,
No, the ones Lola and my mail are all booked, are all filled already.
no, I don't mean.
So we have to go to Hilo.
No, I'm not talking about
Oh,
storage unit. I'm talking about they bring the storage unit to you where let's just say,
wait, I'm on a rental property. I can't do that.
no, I get you, but you can always rent a parking space somewhere nearby that's reasonably safe. Somewhere nearby, rent a parking space and park a damn freaking container that you can have access to. That works.
You have to have a place that you can.
Yeah, I mean, find a parking space someone's willing to rent to you to put a container on it. I mean, they do that all the time. Like even at this, I mean, I wouldn't say the store because it's too risky. I mean, anyone can break a lock technically, so you want a little safer place than that. But basically, somewhere a little bit off the main road, a little bit, anywhere in Honokaa. I mean, I'm talking about, like for
Yeah,
instance,
but
okay, like the Hotel Honokaa, how there's the parking in the back, for instance. It's a little bit steep, but whatever. But I'm just saying, if you were able to like talk to somebody with one of that parking down in nearby, it's got the parking in the back area a little bit, and just say, hey, you're not using that parking space. Can I rent it from you for how much would you rent it to me for a month to put a container here so I can get to my stuff? Because I just don't have room where I'm at, and that's as simple as that. I guess I could try and look into some of those services a little. Anybody who does that in Hawaii. But then you got to still find a place a little parking space to rent. But that could alleviate, at least have some place to put the valuables. The reasonably don't want to throw it away, not that valuable, but don't want to throw it away. Want to sell it type of stuffs. Some place to put that stuffs. And even technically, they might even let you do a sale right there. Set up your tables once a week or something on a separate parking space, just to be nice. That would work out. You could have your garage sale right there in the parking lot of behind somewhere with the container already got all the stuff in it that you don't super care about, but you think it's worth selling, so it's worth keeping in the container at least. But yeah, you don't have not even drive all the way to Waimea or nothing. Just they'll bring it to someplace and portable store. I'm sure they have that. I'll try and see if I can find something like that for you. I'll put that on my calendar for tomorrow. My calendar for tomorrow involves call PayPal and ask them what the hell. And then you're gonna take pictures and send me pictures, yeah?
Mhm.
So, let's say, do you want me to call you back about 12 your time? Should be, I mean, do you have something, or I mean, should I just wait for you
Well,
to
so
text?
I'm gonna be busy every minute of the day from early on until night.
Okay, so the point is
So
here,
we have to
I mean, are you gonna be able,
take everything off.
I'm just saying, before you take everything
Huh?
down, you gotta take pictures of it, step one. So are you gonna,
Oh, I
after,
will. I have to do it tonight.
okay, so take the pictures and send them to me with the little description and prices on each, and that's it. I mean, even if it's one at a time, whatever you can send, I'll try and I'll post it on my Facebook, and then because that's easy enough for me to do, and I'll do that little rest of this stuff. And we don't have to go through the because you don't have access to your Facebook right now, right?
Yeah, I don't. I don't.
So that's complicated. Well, too complicated for the situation. We can do it less complicated like this. You know what I mean? You can send me a text message with picture, description, and price, and I can post that on my Facebook and then post it to a bunch of groups locally where you're at. That's easy enough for me to do. So I just so before you pack up, take pictures, text them to me, and then that way you can focus on the packing up, and I can focus on the at least putting it out there, yeah.
Uh-huh.
And I'll see about storage too. So
I'm just about falling asleep though.
okay,
I'm so tired.
so the two main goals is get me those pictures as you can, and I'll work on putting them out there, and I'll take a look at storage container situation potentials, yeah, nearby. Oh yeah, text me your new address so I can look up where you're at exactly. That would be useful.
Oh, okay.
Then I can kind of look on a
Yeah, I'll
map,
text you, man.
because what I'll do is I'll take a look on the satellite map near you, anybody who has like a bunch of extra parking in a safe place, you know, and maybe call them up and negotiate for you. That'll take one thing off your load.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
if I could help you get a storage place nearby to with real close by to be convenient, and maybe even a strategic place, you know what I mean, with a nice person that'll let you even do a garage sale in the parking lot. That would be perfect, wouldn't it? Does that solve a lot of your
Yeah.
problems, take a lot of stress off, like if I can handle those two little things for you? All you got to do is just,
Yeah, it would. But
well, it's worth a
great.
try. It's worth a try, ain't it, if it works
Uh,
out.
yeah. That's worth trying.
You only have two things you have to do: text me pictures, take pictures and text me the pictures, and text me your address so I can kind of triangulate. That's the two things you got to do.
Okay. How do I put the text? Like, okay, take the photo. How do I put the text with the photo?
Okay, there's two ways to do this. If you want, there's gonna be one way where you just take a bunch of photos like you normally take photos, right? And that's
Uh-huh.
nothing wrong with that. It's the fast way to just get the photos out the way, and you can deal with the. But then I get lazy and complacent, and I don't end up taking when I'm doing my stuff. I'm trying to post these videos that I take, and I can't even do that because I can't. It's too many things to put together and then to describe it, and then I don't know. I get a little lost in too many different things. That's all. But my point, and so whatever, complacent. Long story short is
Oh, you know what? Uh,
here.
how many can you send them?
You can send
How many pictures?
you can send probably like at least 5, 10, or 20, maybe even maybe more. But
Really, that many?
yeah, and see that's another thing
At one time?
when you do 10 at once, the information can get hard to deal with. Like in other words, you might put it in a list in order of these items, but the pictures might not be in the same order when I
Oh,
receive them.
yeah.
So that's one thing that's a little tricky. But other than that, mostly it's so here's the other way. You could take one picture and then it'll have like a share option usually, or you can like I said, you can take a bunch of pictures, or you can take one picture at a time and then send that one, or you can go straight to your text message, right? For instance, and if you want to do it, I mean, this will work probably the most. Get to the end of it without the, not this it's not the simplest way necessarily, but it is in its own way. Is you simply go to your text message and the thing, and then it's gonna have like there's a little cam on the bottom left. Usually, it's a camera icon, and then there's like a little square with some little shapes in it, so it's like a picture icon. So the if you've already taken all the pictures and you want to do it that way, a bunch of them in one text, then what you would do is you would press that little gallery instead of the picture icon. But if you really want to be fancy, you and I don't, sometimes it doesn't save. Sometimes there's settings that might be complicated. So you could there's a little camera icon on the text message. So you can technically type or take the picture first and then type one picture at a time. That's kind of, let's call it the old-fashioned way. You take a picture, you type it, and text it. It's all in one, all in the text message. It's kind of the simplest way. It may not save the picture on your phone, however, but it should, but it may not. Some phones are different. It's only catch. So one way to make sure that you have the picture for yourself is take the picture, take the picture, take the picture, and then maybe send 10 of them at once. Sure, on one, and same thing, like I said, you press the picture icon next to the camera icon. And then there's usually like a little smiley face icon for emojis and whatever else, just to reference where, what should be on that same little place on the bottom left area. So either take the picture from the text message or take the picture and then attach it to the text message. That's basically the two different ways to do this. But yeah, I'm gonna write it down before I forget too, because I mean, don't get me wrong, it's 12, 12:30, no big deal. But I'm still hungry, and I'm the guy that works himself to the bone until he's like starving. 3 days later, has about to break down, and then he got a couple things done, and now he can eat. You know what I mean? Edgar's like, well, it's 12:30. You got anything to eat? Like you got bread at least? And I'm like, oh Christ, hold on, I'm in the middle of some. I mean, it's like, damn it. Okay, moving on then. And then he get mad because he's starving because he just if you give him a loaf of bread, he'll make one sandwich or two, and the rest of that whole loaf is gonna go to the dogs automatically. So I'm sorry, but
Really?
yeah. So I want the bread for me. If you're gonna come here and fucking sit down and fucking hang out with me, asshole, then I'll make you something to eat. I told him this many times. I'll make you something good to eat, but if I'm not hungry yet, then I'm just gonna make it for you. I'm not gonna stop what I'm doing to make pancakes if I'm doing whatever I'm doing. Just saying, whatever it may be. I might be in the middle of cutting metal and bending metal, and that definitely doesn't work. But I'm just saying, it's like when he gets hungry every day at 12:30. He doesn't get hungry in the morning, so it's like, I mean, I sometimes get hungry at 9 o'clock in the morning, but sometimes I get hungry. I mean, like I've been hungry, but I'm just saying, if I'm hungry at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm gonna cook myself something to eat, at least a cup noodle or something, right? Something like that. But especially if I'm cold and I'm lazy, and that's easy enough, boiling water, and I have propane. Well, if I don't have propane, I still have other options, but hey. I did have the backup stove, but it's like, I was like, just one burner ain't gonna cut it for what I'm trying to do. Even three would be nice to have four right now, but it's missing the grill part on one of them, so oh well. I'll make a new grill. Come on. It's that easy for me. I'll just make a new.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, I'm just gonna make a new piece like the same as the other ones. There's like, the two little holes basically, but I'll make a new little burner thingy on top. But I have three that work, so that's fine. I can work with that. So it's real simple. I was thinking, okay, step one, I've got the cabbage, add some salt and some pepper, some garlic powder, and some oil. Well, first the oil, and just sort of stir it together, and just put that's in a pot. put that on like medium low. The steak, I'm trying to figure out if I want to use the small pan or the big pan. Because the big pan, I was eventually gonna throw the rice in there, and then, but so in other words, I kind of need the big pan to do the end result to make presentation with the rice on the bottom. But so I can barely fit the steak in the small pan is my point. But the point is that the steak needs to rest anyway. So I'm thinking I'm gonna just make it fit in the small pan, warm up the rice in the big pan instead of the rice pot because that's kind of risky anyway. Just scoop some rice out and then get it warming up on that low heat. Do the steak, throw it on there onto the rice nicely, nice presentation. So the steak, just season it, a little oil in the pan, get it hot, sear it, boom, flip it over, turn it down to medium low, and add some butter and some garlic somewhere a few minutes later, and throw that sucker on top of the warm rice. Throw some foil over that. Then I throw the eggs in that same pan, the small pan. I guess maybe I could do 2 eggs instead of 3. Jesus. I don't know why I have to do 3. It's because I have so many, and they're still fresh. I could use 3 yolks. That's why. I think I'll do 2 though, because that just makes more sense. 2 eggs, then boom, throw that on top of the rice, and then the cabbage should be just about done right there. Boom, throw that on the side with the next to it. And I've got 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm eating something. Yay! And that steak is a week old, and it survived the fridge, type of thing. Well, I'm not wasting food. That makes me happy, at least. So at least maybe I'll go into town and get beer, but I don't know. I don't really feel like I want to buy beer anymore. I don't want to waste $100 worth of food because I bought $25 worth of beer and didn't eat $100 worth of food before it went bad. Slash the fridge went turned off on me. That's all. I'm sorry. I feel guilty about that. I mean, you might not feel guilty. You're just like happy. The dogs are get something else to eat. They're never gonna get enough to eat. They're gonna just ask for more. That's all they do. No matter what you give them, they're throwing up and they're still asking for more. More, please. As they're throwing up because they ate too much. Still asking for more as they're throwing up. Jesus Christ. That's how they raised them, I guess. Mm. Some people just raised that way. Mm.
I better go to sleep, Don.
And me and you, we got that hoarder problem instead. Like, save everything. I mean, do you not have that problem of saving things until it's too late, some food-wise particularly? Let's just say.
No, I do have problems with that too.
So, okay, I learned it from somebody.
I had a terrible problem with it before.
So Edgar was raised to basically eat everything that you have all in one shot. And I'm taught to like kind of have leftovers for tomorrow, but there is no such thing when you got 10 dogs or more, obviously. There's just not enough, period, no matter what. So, yeah. But don't make it my problem, buddy. Don't make it guilt trip. Don't guilt trip me with that shit. I got enough guilt trip on myself. So, no. In fact, that's probably why he got all mad and defensive was because he felt guilty. I didn't even have a bite of that chicken even that I bought. I bought 6 chickens. I had 4 in the fridge for too long, and the fridge went out. Oh no! Now I got a little mold spot. Still smells okay. Dogs had a feast. Is there more? Fucking A, man. Jesus Christ. That was it, dude. I didn't buy that much though. Jesus Christ. This is how, this is what I get. This is what I get for saying. This is what I get for saying I feel bad about freaking. I didn't have any myself, but the dogs feasted. That's great, rewarding bad behavior, as you like to say. And then he starts getting defensive on that too, of course. But I'm like, yeah. What you bitching about? It didn't cost you anything.
Don't carry the food out with you.
What are you bitching about? That's what I mean. It's like, I'm just saying, it's like, what are you bitching about? You didn't pay for it, it's just EBT, it's free. And I'm like, I had to walk into the Walmart and I had to make a decision and I had to put it in my fridge and hope it stays fresh so I can eat it, at least some of it, before the dogs get their turn. But I had plans and they didn't go well. So that's about it. I wasn't hungry. That's a problem, my problem. But now it's your problem because why? Like I said, I mean, whatever I had extra that I was cleaning out, they went out the door. I'm not waiting for you to fucking ask me for it. You know what I mean? I'm not. I'm going through one layer, toss it. The next thing, still good. We're doing steak. Yes. Still got the other steak. Still nice and red. Yes. Doesn't smell bad. And we're done. Just starting to turn a little brownish on one spot, but I'm that's not that bad. I'll allow it. Yeah, I'll allow it. It doesn't smell bad, so I'm allowing it. But I gotta use it up. I have no choice. No sausage. I really want sausage and cabbage. You know, just Portuguese sausage and cabbage.
Catching up to your food, or not quite catching up to your food.
That's what my problem is. It's like I want to have more than enough so that I don't have to worry, but I don't buy it particularly for the dogs, number one, you know. So sorry if I'm bitching about it a little bit, you know, that I feel guilty. And no, I don't want beer partially because of that type of situation happening again. Like as if I gotta have beer some reason. Sheesh. Yeah, it makes it life easier for other people, I guess.
I know.
But I mean, technically, he just wants somebody to watch the dogs while he's in the store getting dog food. That's really what it is. But then he bitches about the gas. And it's funny because you know what? Dog food is one of those things we can have delivered to the gate. But it's too complicated, too hard, but he's gonna bitch and moan about having to drive and waste gas. Tell you what. Too hard to freaking order dog food. Gonna have to some point in time. You're gonna have to humble yourself, fucking Leo. God damn it. Goddamn fucking Leo, man. Gotta be all fucking superior all the time. I mean, do you know how many times a day I have to hear the words calm down? Fucking like literally 1,000 times a day. Calm down, calm down, calm down. How fucking so condescending. Nobody likes to be told what to do. Nobody's calming down. Pissing me off more. Don't want to talk to you. I want to hear calm down on another thousand. I don't want to hear calm down 1,000 times if I can help it. I'll have to deal with it 100 times even under that circumstance practically. And it sounds like he's trying to just talk to me. Like he's just saying it loud so I can hear it. Like fucking me getting mad at Donald. What? That's not acceptable. But you fucking saying calm down all loud, trying to piss me off. Fucking seriously. You don't realize you're trying to piss. Well, I'm not. Well, you're fucking pissing me off. Stop it already, man. Find a new catchphrase, dude. Like my bad catchphrase is, as you can see, whenever I do a video, as you can see, every time calm down, calm down, calm down. Fucking 3 times every fucking video. And he's got like 1,000 videos, and every single one is 2 or 3 times he says calm down, at maybe 10, and at the beginning of every single fucking video. Do you understand me now? Pretty fucking annoying after a while, man. You gotta stop with that. Stop saying calm down. It's really fucking at the edge of no more, please. I can't deal with the condescending shit telling me what to do shit, and I'm why would I not be mad?
Told him about that, right?
Oh yeah, but he's like, no, but you know, you got to be better than that. Fuck you. Don't tell me how to be now. Now you're telling me how to fucking be, how to think or feel, because it's convenient for you. It's inconvenient for me to be pissed off about something. Oh my fucking god, get over it, Leo. Jesus Christ, you gotta get over it, buddy. Get over yourself. Fucking high maka shit, man. I tolerate it to a point because there's a certain amount of humbleness to the guy, but that doesn't balance out after a certain point. You know what I mean? Straight up condescending, man. Tell me what to calm down. Nobody calming down. Nobody calming down here, kid. Guarantee. But yeah, I just figure at least I touched bases. I'm super glad that I did because I wanted to see how your garage sale went and exactly what the circumstances. But you need to send me your address and you need to send me pictures. That's the 2 things I need from you, and description.
Okay.
And the rest I can kind of make. I can fill in the blank here. I'm writing it down right now so I don't forget. So it's on literally on the schedule tomorrow. Which technically the schedule tomorrow is was fun. I don't know if I paid the DM. No, I didn't do any of those things. Make shells, Gundam mask. So last month, I was what was oh yeah, beer can stove. I was gonna rebuild one. I still didn't do that. Clean the fridge. I did do that at some point. Gundam mask. I did work on that. Make shells. I did do that. Fixed car didn't need fixing at that time. I called the no, I didn't call the bank that day. I was gonna pay the DMV early, but either way, so I'm gonna have to erase that real quick. It's not important anymore. Didn't technically actually do those things, and there are a bunch of repeats, a bunch of them. So erase. Yeah, I'll just use my finger. Oh Christ. Well, in any case, I need a pen anyway. We'll do it in red even. Well, I'll just transfer to mom. Okay. All right. Oh boy, my mommy's sleeping. Uh-oh.
I'm falling asleep, honey. I think I was drifting.
Don't
Yeah.
worry. So yeah, you send me pictures, description, and the address, and I'll figure this out. I'll do like 10 Facebook groups and look for storage and a space to put the storage thingy. Actually, I have a friend in Hilo that might be able to help. TNC Moving Company, kind of help me move out here type of situation. So I can look him up. I was gonna talk to him some point anyway, but not for my own thing. But he might be able to help me out with a storage container that's portable that you can rent, and have it on location. And I'll find a location too, and have your address, and that'll be one thing. And then, like I said, I'll get those pics, and I can just make them work. That'll work.
Okay. And I know tomorrow's going to be really busy, but I'll try and set at least some, okay?
Yeah, send me
So we can
whatever,
try it out.
anything you can. Yeah, anything you can.
Okay. Okay, I better go sleep now, yeah?
Yep.
Oh, my.
Don't worry.
I'm sorry, I think I fell asleep for a little bit. I mean, I think I'm drifting, yeah?
Yeah.
I've had a long several days, yeah? Okay, so, honey, I'll talk to you later.
All right, Mom. I love you.
I love you, sweetheart. I love you, too.
Thanks. Love. Have a good night.
Have a good night. Thanks. You too. Love you.
Love you. Night. Bye.
You.
Bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. All right. That's probably good enough for now. What was the other thing I said? It's important. The car, the PayPal. Something else I was gonna work on that's important. They're gonna make a bracket. No, that's something, but it's not what I was thinking of. Damn. I have things I was gonna do besides my car. We'll figure it out. Hmm. Well, my mom work on my car, but oh yeah, t-shirt. Fix shirts. So if it's sunny and it's windy, work on shirts. If it's not too windy and not too crazy, work on car. And first thing, talk to PayPal a little bit about the situation. Alright, so wrote that down. I've got my list. Okay. So I guess I hear a beer can flying in the wind. That sucks. I guess we'll get back to this.